Legion. We're trying to expose the Legion to people in the community. We're doing a membership drive. Laura Rutherford is our membership director. She'll explain all the benefits of becoming a member of the Legion. So if you want to talk to her, she'll be at that white table at the back at halftime, and we can sign you up right away. It's $50 or $55. It's the best deal in town. We have the best patio overlooking the Lake Ontario. It's a great Legion. So, and there's lots of stuff going on here. So tonight's a very special night tonight. We've got Laura Fernandez from Jazz FM. She'll be playing the piano and singing, and she's joined by Noah Zacharin. He's from Montreal, coming here via Madoc, and they're going to be great. So please give them a warm welcome.
You don't need them for this.
Okay, go. We should go until you get there.
Mi amor, te doy mi corazón y lágrimas que caen del alma riegan nuestra flor. Suspiros queriéndote besar, queriendo seguir a tu lado bajo estrellas flotando en tu mar. Dime por qué no puedo conseguir que bajen esas estrellas, iluminen el paso hacia ti. Y a pesar de pasar los años, el tiempo sigue congelado y la luna no se cae al mar al amanecer. Quizás tenemos ángeles a nuestro lado, guiándonos por un camino hasta llegar a ver que mi amor me das tu corazón y lágrimas que caen del alma riegan nuestra flor. Y a pesar de pasar los años, el tiempo sigue congelado y la luna no se cae al mar al amanecer. Quizás tenemos ángeles a nuestro lado, guiándonos por un camino hasta llegar a ver que mi amor me das Thank you all so much for being here. It is such an honor. I was invited here when they first brought the piano here to see if I thought that this would be a good room for music. And it is such a lovely and intimate and beautiful room. And I wanted to make it even more intimate because we are going to play these songs tonight the way that I wrote them and that Noah and I wrote them in my living room in our home. And so we're kind of bringing you into our little environment. So we wanted to create a little bit of a little atmosphere. So if you close your eyes, you imagine you're in my living room listening to us play, which means we might mess up and make some mistakes, but that's what songwriters do. So I have Noah Zacharin here with me. He is originally from Montreal. I'm originally from Spain, for those of you who don't know, and I moved to Canada when I was 8 and lived in Calgary, Alberta for a few years, and then when I became a young adult, I moved here. And it is in Toronto where I first met Noah. That song that you first heard was a song that he produced on my first album, and also that he, in a way, the song would not exist without him. We met at the Free Times Cafe. He was an open stage host, and one day he suggested to me, in his way, "Aren't you Spanish? Why don't you write any songs in Spanish?" And that was the very first song that I wrote in Spanish, which really brought me to who I am today as host of Café Latino and playing Latin music for you all the time and singing it. If it hadn't been for Noah, it wouldn't have happened. So I wanted to start off with that song. And now I'm going to play a song from my latest release, which is actually kind of getting older now. I released it in 2020 during the pandemic. And my friend Howard Gladstone is here tonight, and if it hadn't been for Howard's encouragement, I don't think that I would have recorded this album. But we did it, and this is the first single from that album, and it's called Breathe Life. And I dedicated the video to Ryan Ayukawa, who's the booker at the Free Times Cafe, and he passed away during COVID, and I thought it was just a really important song to dedicate to him because he gave us the encouragement, and he also booked Noah and I together on our first show. So we have a long history. Anyway, I did promise songs and stories, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about what the songs are about and how they started. So this song is really about the support that we get from the people that are around us that give us the encouragement when we feel sometimes like giving up. Because being a musician is not the easiest thing. This is Breathe Life. Breathe a little life into me, warm me with your smile, hold me in your magic spell. I wanna be lost for a while. Days so full and yet so empty, all that changed when you came near. Driving through hurricanes and floods, taking on life without fear. 'Cause you breathe life into me. Flying so close to the flame, Am I gonna burn? Always pick last for the team. Finally, it's my turn to shine, because I see myself in your eyes, and I'm mesmerized by my reflection. Naked, so exposed, I've left my heart without protection. 'Cause you breathe life into me. So careful how you handle me. I'm a raw nerve. I could run away from this, but what good would that serve? 'Cause I would rather fall from heights than stay put on the ground. Never know what it is to fly, to never make a sound. And you breathe life into me. Flying so close to the flame. Am I gonna burn? Always big last for the team, and finally it's my turn to shine. 'Cause I see myself in your eyes, and I'm mesmerized by my reflection. Naked, so exposed, I've left my heart without protection. 'Cause you breathe life into me. 'Cause you breathe life into me. 'Cause you breathe life into me. And I see myself in your eyes. All is possible now. That you breathe life into me. This next song is also from Okay, Alright. And it's a little bit about daydreaming. You can use your imagination. When are you finally free to go? is the trouble you cause? Throw it back to the one who holds the flaws. The sun sets slowly, you digress. While I long for more, you pay me less. So I slip away in the quiet moments. When I am finally free to go, I slip away and you don't know. I put up a good front. I slip away in the quiet moments. When I am finally free to go, I slip away and you don't know. I put up a good front. I slip away. I slip away. I slip away and you don't know. I put up a good front. 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 I put up a good front.
How does it sound up there?
Good.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Oh, it sounds different. We sound checked, but there was no one in here. It always sounds a little different when there are bodies in the
A
room.
little more guitar. You could, he could go up a wee bit.
You know what could go up a little, right?
Just turn myself down a bit.
Did you?
I did.
Don't do that.
I feel like you should be up a bit. I can't hear you very well.
Don't be shy.
That's what I say too.
We won't bite.
So this is a song. So after I wrote Mi Amor, people started asking me for more Spanish songs. And I didn't have any. So I thought, I guess I better write a little bit more in Spanish. And I wrote some lyrics for a second song, but the melody kept coming up a little too similar to Mi Amor. And sometimes you just can't detach yourself. So I asked Noah if he would write the music. And so this is a song that we wrote together. And we're gonna play it kind of the way that we wrote it, because he wrote the music on the guitar. So I'm just gonna sing it and he's gonna play.
Oh.
Surprise!
Feliz la noche. Qué linda es la noche cuando estás a mi lado. Qué lindo es el día hasta verte otra vez. Me abres la puerta. Me ofreces tus brazos, te pido por agua, me calmas la sed. Hay otras sonrisas, pero no son la tuya. Hay otros ojos triste y lejana, nos mira la luna, me hace sentir que solo soy una, aunque reconozco que no puede ser. Vivo en esperanza, poderte querer. Triste y redonda, nos mira la luna, me hace sentir que solo soy una, aunque reconozco que no puede ser. Vivo en esperanza, poderte querer. Una sola vez, una sola vez, una sola
Yeah.
So this next song is a song that I don't play very often. It's a very serious song, but I feel like it's an important song to play. People are surprised by the title. It's called The Killer. It's about abusive relationships. And let's just say there are a few people very close to me that have been in very abusive relationships. And strangely enough, when I wrote this song, I was writing more about past, future relationships of my own. But since then, this story kind of came to life. And I won't say too much more, but all my songs are about real life because we write about what we know. And this is something that's close to my heart, and I feel like it should be talked about. And the message really is that violence breeds more violence, and it brings out bad things in people, and we should try to avoid it at all costs. So this is called The Killer, and I'm a little nervous because I haven't played it in a long time. Thank you. I'm going to play it for you now. It is also, I'm playing a lot of songs from my album, Okay, All Right, because frankly, during the pandemic, I didn't really get to do a CD release. I didn't get to perform a lot of these songs. And I do a lot of Latin music and gigs like that. And these songs are kind of in a place of their own. And they need to be played in a room like this, you know, not at the Lula Lounge with a Latin band.
something's changed. You woke me up, you woke me up. When I walked beside you, you replied to me. And taking solid steps, you walked me into being free. But I'm not free, and you're not done. And you think everything's alright, but you're the only one. 'Cause I know there's broken glass lying at my feet, and it's waking up the killer, waking up the killer, waking up the killer in me. I'm sharpening my knife and I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna cut it all up. I'm gonna infuse it with a good amount of pain, so I can feel it alright, and then I'll put it all to rest. I'm gonna turn out the light, 'cause I'm not free, you're not done. No, you think that everything's alright, but you're the only one. 'Cause I know there's broken glass lying at my feet, and it's waking up the killer, waking up the killer, waking up the killer in me. Well, I've been passive, I've been distracted. I let many things go when I should have acted. But now I feel my strength rise up. I'm so close to the beast, and I'm gonna kill it first before it kills me. Just one more hit, I know I can do it. I'm already so close, I can say, screw it, 'cause when I walked beside you, you were blind to me. And taking solid steps, you walked me into being free. But I'm not free, and you're not done. And you think that everything's alright, but you're the only one. And there was a time when I believed in trust, but you know, something's changed, it's not enough. And you've woken up the killer, woken up the killer, woken up the killer. You've woken up the killer.
Nice song.
I don't play this song very often either, but it is the title track of Okay Alright. And, but that's not why I named the album Okay Alright. I called it Okay Alright because I was in a place, and still am, and I think we all are in a place where we realize, you know, if we just focus on the moment, we're actually okay. If we don't stress out and worry about the past and worry about the future. And I thought, you know what? Everything's okay. Everything's all right. We're in the middle of COVID, but you know, everything is okay. And a lot of us didn't make it, but most of us survived it. And that's what the album title came from. But the song was not about that. And there's a little bit of a story to it, so I'm going to play it for you now. Well, I've been quiet these days. I have so much to say, but I can't bring myself to speak what's on my mind. You got your courage up, a little beer in a cup, and you resolve that you should leave this all behind. Well, okay, alright. Don't have the strength to fight. If you don't love me enough, well, I can't make you stay. Okay, alright. Well, I waited for your call, and it didn't come at all. Not a word from you to tell me how you feel. And I've been working in the days. I can't seem to shake this haze. And right now it seems like this is real. Well, okay, alright. Don't have the strength to fight. If you don't love me enough, well, I can't make you stay. Okay, alright. I guess we'll call it a night. And in the morning we can go our separate ways. Alright, okay. So I guess that's how it stands. I'm looking at your hands, and I know your touch will leave me in time. The snow is falling outside, holding on to my pride. Now that you've taken all our dreams and taken your side, are you sure you want it over? Is your mind really sober? Are you sure you're ready to let go? Well, okay, alright. Don't have the strength to fight. If you don't love me enough, well, I can't make you stay. Okay, alright. I guess we'll call it a night. And in the morning we can go our separate ways. Alright, okay, alright, okay, Thank you. Well, I invited Noah here for a reason. Not only is he a wonderful guitarist,
Snappy dresser.
he's a snappy dresser, but he's a wonderful songwriter. And as he is my special guest here, I wanted to give him a little bit of stage time to sing a couple of his songs. He just released an album. He was nominated for a Canadian Folk Music Award and went out, and I'm very proud of him. He has 9 albums? How many?
I don't count them.
You stop counting after a while, but
No, I think it's bad luck. Don't ask me what my last album was. So I don't know yet.
anyway, go ahead, Noah.
Get to take off my glasses. If you know Guy Clark? Anybody familiar with Guy Clark? Guy Clark was a wonderful songwriter. guitar maker who lived mostly in Houston. Brief time in LA, hated it, went back to Texas. And he was a very important figure for songwriters who showed up. Him and his wife Suzanne was a painter. And he was a wonderful craftsman, and I loved his songs, but more than his songs, I loved his work ethic and the way he just went at it, and he applied the same skills and diligence that he did to his songwriting to making guitars. I heard about his passing one night. I have a cabin north of Bancroft. Where are we now? We're in Toronto. Yeah. I live in Madoc. I'm from Montreal. I have a little cabin north of Bancroft, and I go there. It's off grid. I love being there and not seeing too many people. But I had a wonderful friend who kept inviting me to his house for the jam, and I sat out one night in the dark. I guess it was Highway 28, I think. And I turned on the radio, and they were talking about Guy Clark in the past tense. So when I got to his house, I said, Dave, it was at the end of the night after I'd done the jam and drunk his beer. Dave, Guy Clark's gone, and there's so much work to be done. And, you know, every songwriter knows there are moments that something comes out of their mouth that is worth spending a little time with, and that was my line. And so I said, I gotta go, gotta write the song. And before he let me go, he went up to the attic and he pulled this dobro down from the attic that had belonged to his dad. It was a dobro from the 30s. Played a few chords, and he said, I gotta go, I know what I'm gonna do now. And I went home, and the rest of it's all true. It's called So Much Work to Be Done. This whiskey made it through the winter. It's still got a bite. And I lift one to the master. Farewell, farewell, good night. Too many losses for my fingers. Hands can't steady anyone. Here on Crumbling Mountain, there is so much work to be done. When I was driving my particular darkness, the radio voice placed him in the past, and the whole world in the little Texas stars at half-mast. Can't blame the constellations, the spirit of the sun. On a one-lane road, moonlight, there's so much work to be done. Well, I don't have much to hold me here. No pistol, pony, wife, or kid. But I got a sweet cabin and a guitar from Austin. And what a little good I did. If I get another morning, I'll know it by the sun. Angling in on a whisper, there is so much work to be done. Well, he wore a denim and a Stetson, had a chisel and a pencil and a grin. A master with a job don't ask how or why, he just asks what, when. So play it on your daddy's dobro, fire off a 21 gun. There's salt in the Rio Grande, there is so much work to be done. There is so much work to be done. There is so much work to be done. Thank you. Laura's a very romantic woman, as you probably have picked up. I am too, but occasionally I transcend the boundaries and write the opposite of a love song. And I would like to present one of those to you. It was kind of inspired by Hank Williams, imagining Hank Williams and what he wrote about. And there's a beautiful Legion in Madoc where I live. And I go there often. They have an open mic once every 2 weeks. And I'm always very, very in great admiration. Because there's a small town, Ontario. That's where a lot of the boys came from. And they have a huge legacy there. And there's a big section in the public library in Madoc devoted to the wars. So I always feel very honored to be allowed in to the Legion. So thank you for supporting a wonderful institution, and in turn supporting music, which is also a pretty cool institution. This is not a love song. It's called "Done Gone Gone." Well, I wake with words I might have said, stale upon my tongue. Before I can reach the bottle, I taste everyone. And other words I might have kept inside. Hey, call me deacon at the dawn. Sunshine bright and I can't hide. It's a good thing you done gone, gone. It's a good thing you done gone. Well, I never minded my life alone. I breathe easy in the dark. You came careening in overdrive, that old man contented in park. I should have seen it coming. You quickly made yourself queen to my palm. Your smile, it was a hollow thing, and it's a good thing you done gone. It's a good thing you done gone. 'Cause we were head and tail, we were hair and snail, farm and jail, rock and sail. We might both be flesh and bone. One's precious gem, one is sinking stone. Pull back, bullseye, baby's gone. Time or two, I told my life, hey life, let's just pack it in. I was saved by the vision of my mother's face, or the sound of a guitar string. And often still I shiver, you might be back a little further on. All's well that keeps going, keep going. It's a good thing you done gone. It's a good thing you done gone. It's a good thing you done. It's a good thing. Thank you.
My songs are always so serious. Here's one that we both recorded. It was a song that Noah had written. Noah tends to do sometimes what I do too, and a lot of songwriters do. We write a song, and we're all in love with it for the day that we write it, and then we put it away and we forget about it. It happens a lot. So, you want to talk a little about this song?
So I wrote this song. There was a thing that I had a particular energy for a little while. I would write songs a lot, and I would play them once at the aforementioned 3 times, sort of for songwriters, and or probably in many art forms, you have something, but it really only crystallizes and takes full shape and solidity when it's presented to an audience. So I would write the song, present it once to an audience, record it at home, and move on. And I did it with this song, and then several years later, Laura said she was, I guess, recording a solo bass, so asked me if I would mind if she translated it to Spanish and recorded it. And of course, as a songwriter, I said, no way, only I can sing my songs. I said, of course, I would love you to do that, but I have to relearn it. So I went back to my tapes and relearned the song and showed it to her, and so essentially she revived the song, which is appropriate enough because it's a song about hope and I guess
the resilience.
Reviving spirits, resilience. So she took this song and did compressions and you know, put the bag on its mouth and put the paddles on, revived the song, and now I play it a lot, and it's a magic song because it's about a magic bird. It's about a red bird, and apparently there's quite a lot of mythology around cardinals. I don't know if you know this. Do you know this? Some of you know this. I've heard from people, you know, that they've had people pass away, and the cardinal comes. My friend Patrick Sky passed away, and his widow Kathy said he showed up 7 days as a cardinal and then never came back. And so, I mean, I don't know how much to say about this because I can talk forever.
Oh, I can say something.
Can I say one more thing?
Yes.
My mom, at the end of her life, came down with some form of dementia, and she was a very, very big lover of birds, and so was my dad, but my mom was, I'm not sure, it was in a competition. They both loved birds a lot. And when she started to lose her vocabulary, which prior to that was quite prodigious and impressive, she said, I saw the red one in the backyard, and she met the cardinal. So this song means all that much more to me for that. And now over to Laura.
I'll just say something about cardinals. So the first time that I performed this song, after I recorded Un Solo Beso, and it was a big festival that they had in North York, you know, the city square there in North York. And I was on stage, and I remember this clearly because Danny Marks was in the audience, and you know, he's my colleague at Jazz FM 91. We're very close friends. In fact, I met Danny Marks through Noah, but he came out and he was playing, I think, after me. And I went on stage and I had my Latin band, and we did my Latin version of this song, which is completely different to this version. But right over the stage, right above me, a red cardinal flew. It was just flying back and forth, and you could ask Danny. He said, "Oh my God, that cardinal!" He still talks about it. It was just so weird. But I always think that it was my dad, because my dad passed away 20 years ago, and he never saw me perform. He saw me get the piano, and he helped me put a telepost in my basement to make sure that it was going to be supported. But sadly, my dad passed away and never really ever saw me become who I am today. So I always think maybe when I sang that song, that was my dad. My dad, your mom, they all show up as beautiful red cardinals. So I can do this one.
Oh, my darling, sometimes you feel so far away. I got the stumble of an infant and the embrace of a man of clay. And you look to find sweet water, a place where you can pray. Oh, my darling, sometimes you feel so far away. But my heart is a red, red bird, soars above the dust and the dirt, sings a song you never heard. My heart is a red, red bird, and nothing we can count on to face the rise and flood. Best we get might be to hold each other, slip together in the mud, or taste the racing waters, feel the cooling of the blood. There's nothing we can count on to face the rise and flood. My heart is a red, red bird, soars above the dust and the dirt, sings a song you never heard. My heart is a red, red bird. And now nothing in the world can put the leaf back on the tree, or color the ghostly outlines of those who hover just out of reach, or teach me how to find better hours you see. Nothing in the world can put the leaf back on the tree, but my heart is a red, red bird, soars above the dust and the dirt, sings a song you never heard. My heart is a red, red bird. Let your heart be red, red bird, soar above the dust and the dirt, sing a song you never heard. My heart is a red, red Thanks, Laura. Good job.
That is our first set, and I think we're going to take about a 15-20 minute break, or you guys can get yourselves another drink if you like. It supports the Legion, and we also have merchandise here. I have LPs and some CDs here, and Noah also has. He's got more than I do. I sold out of Un Solo Beso, but I'm gonna make more. And yeah, and you can come and talk to us and talk amongst yourselves, but we'll be back here in about 15-20 minutes with more wonderful people.